Hello and welcome to our first ever podcast. That's yet to be named.
The Nameless Podcast.
The Nameless Podcast.
No name.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last episode of the named podcast, The Brothers Take. My name is Chris. I am joined by my brothers, Adam.
Hello.
And Eric.
Hello.
And we are back in the room, back at the table where it all began, to bring our podcast to an end, to come full circle, and to have one last discussion about video games, movies, TV shows, music, whatever comes up, whatever we are interested in. And as always, we always want to hear your take too. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please do jump down into the comments to share your own thoughts, your own take. If you listen on audio platforms, touch base on social media, Facebook and Instagram at The Brothers Take. Let us know your thoughts on everything we bring up. And also any questions that you might have for us that we could answer at a later date as well. We could jump into the comments because we did ask some people to submit us some questions for today's episode.
Cool.
We did get some. Cool. They are anonymous. However, based on some of the ones that I read, I think they mostly know Eric.
Oh, nice.
And we'll use that as a bit of reflection. Another thing we're going to be doing as sort of a final, because like this whole thing started with us talking about our favorites. That's what we like to do. We're going to play a game called Top Threes. So when we play that, it's going to be in any given category, each of us are going to share our top three in that category. Some of these things will be things that we have said before. So in some ways, it's like a recap or a final get to know us. And some of them we might have never brought up before. It's also a good opportunity for maybe people who didn't know us very well to get to know us on certain topics and things. So that's what today's episode's all going to be about. Rounding out the podcast and giving our final thoughts on certain bits and pieces. So, in terms of reflecting before we get to the top threes, I thought it'd be good to start with the questions that were submitted to us.
Let's go.
Some of these we might have quick answers to, and some of them we might have a lot more to say. So,
I'm a little worried.
Well, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. But some of these are definitely for Eric. More so.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Well, I'll do my best to answer them.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam.
Well, Adam, try this one then.
Okay.
Eric,
Yeah?
what's your favourite Infinity Blade game?
Ooh, okay.
That was the first question.
I can answer
Can you answer what?
Yeah.
What's Eric's favourite Infinity Blade?
Go for it.
Go ahead.
that. Yeah. 2.
Yeah.
That's actually the one I was going to say. Yeah, I was going to say too. Yeah.
It is Infinity Blade 2. Thank you to whoever submitted that question. The next one. What video games are you looking forward to in 2026? So we did there is a whole episode on this, episode 298. We shared our most anticipated games of 2026. But for the purposes of answering this question now, maybe let's give one each. But if you want to hear a lot more in terms of our whole list of games we're anticipating, we have a full episode on that. So, Eric, do you want to share maybe your most anticipated game of 2026 or the one that's on your mind at the moment?
I'll go with Resident Evil Requiem, to be honest, because that one is coming up soon, and those games I've always enjoyed, and they always give a lot of replay value. So I'm looking forward to that.
Do the Resident Evil games of all games have the best pacing?
No.
Okay.
That's the end of that discussion.
No.
But they do have very good pacing.
I do like the pacing, but I think they do actually get criticized quite a bit for pacing.
Oh.
Don't they?
Maybe I'm
Do they?
an outlier.
Well,
there.
3 I
their
think
pacing
is
great.
well, yeah,
a bit of a
for 3
disaster.
3 is
Alright.
quite short. You can clear it out.
7, the end of the boat section of 7 gets a lot of criticism.
Yeah.
Heisenberg sequence in 8.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Um,
Anything past the village in Resident Evil 4. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'm full of shit.
I mean, the original RE4, clearly, considering how much they cut out of the remake.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, never mind. Yeah, cool. Can't wait for it.
But as far as bad tasting goes, pretty good.
Yeah. Adam, a game you're looking forward to in 2026?
I'm gonna say replaced. I know I said Wolverine is my most anticipated, but
You want to put that on people's radar?
I think with replaced, I kind of feel like Wolverine is going to be good. Replaced is still kind of like, I fucking hope it's good. You know?
Right, yeah.
But it does look stunning.
It looks great.
Still up in arms of what to get it on, but I think it might be Steam, maybe.
GTA is the obvious one. We have that episode with the full list of games. I'm gonna mention one that was only a brief honorable mention at the time, and that's Fable, which had a showcase in the most recent Xbox Developer Direct. Yes. It is coming to PlayStation as well. It's not just going to be an Xbox exclusive, and it looks fucking very impressive.
It's about 11 minutes, isn't the gameplay? So I've yet to watch it.
It's just the overview that they give is like, parts of it you go, that sounds too ambitious,
right?
But but it also looks very impressive, very, very impressive.
I think that would be up your alley, actually.
Fable?
Have you played a Fable game?
Yeah, I cleared Fable 2 in like a week back in the day, which apparently was impressive. I tried playing Fable 3, I think, when I had the Xbox.
I think 3 in general is kind of...
They didn't really like that one. They changed the time era and stuff as well, I think. No, check out the overview. I think you would be excited for Fable. They didn't give a date yet, and I do think it has a good chance of actually being delayed into 2027, because I think like they had said autumn, and I think given the sheer size of the game, they are pushing a little too close to GTA. Right. For a game that they've been developing for like 10 years. Yeah. That I think they should be very careful with the release date.
They're quite a new studio, so I think...
Oh, no. It's Playground Games. It's the guys who make the Forza Horizon games.
Oh, never mind.
And it uses that engine.
That's an impressive engine.
It looks insane. Like.
Nice.
So no, they have plenty of skill behind them. The only thing is they've never done like combat and stuff before. It'll be interesting to see
how's the combat
how they tackle that. So yeah, it should be good. But I am curious about that release date.
I think it's good to come out around GTA time.
You think so?
Anyway, yeah. I just think it's totally different audiences, and especially if like, because it would be tailored towards a younger audience as well, wouldn't it? In comparison
to some extent, yeah. Oh well, yeah. I suppose in comparison to GTA.
So there's a whole market there.
Yeah,
available.
I heard that they're like the very first trailer that had Richard Iwata doing that kind of like Office. The kind of mockumentary thing. I heard that that's still in it. Yeah, I think, which is going to be hilarious.
Yeah, there's a lot. They've spoken about. There's a lot of like British humor throughout. Yeah, looks impressive. So I'm going to shout out Fable.
What do you want to get it on though?
Probably PlayStation.
That's interesting.
At this rate. Well, I'll tell you why as well. Because I have the PS Portal now. Right. I have that flexibility in terms of play on the television, play upstairs, play. Like. Versus if I was to get it on Xbox, I am, in terms of what I have at the moment, I'm limited and restricted to how and when I play that then.
Yeah. I think what a deciding factor would be for me is which one do I have the storage on without having to delete so much. Like if you want the space for GTA, especially on your PlayStation. Yeah. Like, will you fit Fable on it?
No, they won't be getting played at the same time. Let's be real here,
Okay.
Okay, next question. Very important question. Probably long since pondered on this podcast anyway. Why is Eric the sexiest brother?
Explain yourself.
Yeah. What is your secret?
I sacrificed goats to Freya? Satan. I don't fucking know. Jesus, that's a weird question.
He just is, okay? Yeah, he just is the sexiest brother. He's the young blood. That's why.
Young blood. We amalgamated some genetics there.
And he's also got...
Prayed to the gods.
They got it right on the third.
They got it right on the third go. They learned from their mistakes. That's why. This
is their third playthrough, so they were able to min-max.
Yeah. They got good. They got good is why Eric is the sexiest.
I think there's a couple of mods involved in that.
Yeah. There was updates then.
They worked out the bugs.
This is a good one for in terms of reflecting as well, especially given that it's the last episode. What was your favorite part of doing a podcast? And then the follow-up question is, how long does each episode take to make? So let's start there. What was your favorite part of doing a podcast?
I don't know what maybe the in-person ones are always
good crack.
The energy is certainly different.
Is way better.
Much different.
Yeah.
So outside of that, I'd say just the general conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because every topic is going to just like, it can go a bit wild and stuff like that. So it's interesting to see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
A lot of it is stuff that we would know anyway, just because we know each other. But it's still interesting to see how far you go.
Yeah, and
where it goes.
Some of the tangents, I think, and some of the and I actually sometimes was interested when it was like, I thought I knew what you were talking about when you pitch a certain topic, and then I come out as I know exactly what you mean, and then this is what I come with, and you go, yeah, that is not what I meant at all, and I go, oh, what the fuck did you mean then?
Yeah.
It was always it was funny when I think it was mainly you would pitch an idea, then Adam go, but what does that mean? And then the whole episode becomes trying to
decipher
what does a remake and remaster mean.
Yeah, and if I just known how to draw, I could have solved all these problems. Because you're a visual learner.
I'm a visual learner.
Yeah. So if someone like writes down, here's an idea, you're like, I'm reading the words, but what are you talking about?
Yeah. Explain this bullet point.
Favorite part of the podcast, Eric?
Yeah, I think it was just, I suppose meeting up and chatting. I thought we bonded more through the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I fucking hated him.
Yeah, we fucking were boxing that up.
They're really hard to work with behind the scenes. We should
impossible to get along.
We should insert the Office style interviews where it goes. It's like, yeah, I really like hanging out with my brothers. Adam was a nightmare to work.
So I think we bonded more, and it was very. It kind of came at the right time because we started, and then like 2 weeks later was like, or it was a couple of weeks later because we started in January, and it was March for us. I think was when Ireland shut down. For COVID, yeah. But at least we then had the whole like, oh, we're going to meet up this week to talk about this.
Yeah.
We're going to do that. So having that, and I did that with my friends as well, that we would meet up every weekend and we would do quizzes or we would play Among Us, which became big during COVID. And yes, we bullied people on Among Us when we were playing them. But then having that idea of being able to meet up weekly to talk to people was just so, what's the term? Meditative healing, I suppose, because you have cabin fever with COVID.
Yeah.
So getting to, I suppose, see my brothers and getting to talk to them about the stuff, because we weren't able to meet up and talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake. We weren't able to meet up and talk about that, or Last of Us, or Ghost of Tsushima.
Like, what a huge moment.
Yeah.
You know,
we have
obviously
to do that through.
I'm biased, but what a huge moment. Final Fantasy VII Remake release. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I agree with you, Eric. I think my favorite part was having that. Sometimes, especially when life was busy, it wasn't. It was nearly like a oh fuck's sake kind of a thing. Sometimes,
yeah.
But for the most part, I thought it was nice to have a scheduled. I am definitely going to talk to my brothers on this day at this time, and we're going to set that time aside and talk about something cool. And if not doing that, something else might have gotten in the way. And we might not have just met up anyway for the sake of it. So that was probably my favorite part of doing the podcast, was just hanging out.
Yeah.
More than anything. In terms of the question as to how long does it take to make each episode, obviously it depends on the length and what's involved. But I suppose I could probably speak to that part the most. So there's the recording of the episode, which the episode is normally an hour to an hour and a half. Our normal length. We always have a little bit of time before that as a warm up and a hey, how are you getting on, blah blah blah, and there's a little bit of a cool down afterwards, which sometimes went on much longer. So you'd want to allow for maybe 2.5 hours to actually get that hour and a half episode. Then there's the exporting of that file afterwards. Then there's the editing of it to put everything together. Then there's the upload to YouTube. There's the making of the thumbnail. There's the insertion of the timestamps. There's all the descriptions. Then there's the sharing on social media. All in all, I always needed like a day I'd say a full day went into every single episode that went up. But that was often broken up where we could. So if we recorded on, say, a Friday evening, might do the editing on a Saturday morning, might do the uploading all on a Sunday morning, and keep the afternoons or evenings free. But if for any reason we had like the only time we could record is Sunday morning, that was very much right. Sunday gone, done. It's just podcast. So that's kind of.
I did feel sorry every time we had to do Sunday recordings because I knew that was your day gone. So I always did prefer when we did it earlier in the week because it gave you more time.
Yeah, but I will say that particularly like earlier on, especially with COVID, when like there was nothing else to be doing really, I loved all that. Like it wasn't like it didn't feel like a chore or a job or anything, and I actually really enjoyed trying to figure out how do you do thumbnails and looking at thumbnails and trying to figure, and like even the smallest thing of like changing the font or moving a thing even a little to the left. Like there's an art to doing that, which I in no way cracked. Like I didn't make the most amazing thumbnails or anything, but I certainly got better at thumbnails than when we started. I would say. So I loved editing. Again, with very limited software, and I'm in no way like great at editing, but I loved it. But it's just when life got busy, it got harder and harder to give that as much attention and time as you'd like to. Do you know?
For sure. I remember I think there was one time we were recording, and I think we started at like 12 recording.
Oh, in the day, yeah.
In the day, you had to leave to go to work.
I had to leave.
Me and Adam kept talking until like it was dinner time, essentially.
Wow. Okay, I don't remember this.
I found it hard to leave.
Yeah, because we kept bringing up a new topic.
Oh right, yeah.
I really want to say something on that, and it wasn't even being recorded.
No.
No, yeah.
Could have just talked to you next time. Just get sucked in. Yeah, we had some of our chats were way longer than the actual episodes.
Yeah.
The next question is a multi-parter. So I don't know who sent this in. They were very creative and they have a lot of questions, and we'll do our best to answer all of them. Were you all homeschooled? Are you Canadian? What will you all do next? Is Eric gay? And if so, what's his number? Could a Lord of the Rings remake happen, and would it be better? Lord of the Rings War of the Rohirrim was good. Do you think animated films are the best way of telling small stories about Lord of the Rings lore? Is Eric actually a nice guy in real life? If you had a sister, would she be on the Brothers Take? What's your favorite moment on the Brothers Take? Pints? So that was a lot of questions. Thanks whoever submitted that. Wow. Were you all homeschooled? No, we weren't homeschooled.
No.
That's the first one. Are you Canadian? That's to be debated. I think Eric might be.
Yeah, okay, so those, for context of those questions.
That's a friend of yours, surely.
Absolutely. In school, people used to ask if I was from not Ireland. For a joke, I said I was Canadian. They believed it. I decided to run with that. I then decided to run with that in multiple times, from school to college, to then with a couple of friends. I then decided to push it forward with some friends and say I was homeschooled for shits and giggles.
Right.
They believed that.
Right. So we're clearing the record here now.
Yeah. I'm not Canadian. Not
wrong.
Homeschooled. All the guys with my friends, they all went in on it that I was Canadian homeschooled, which even was funnier when the girls found out. So that definitely has to be one of the girls, I'd say. That they then confronted me one time when we were abroad. No, not abroad. We were in Waterford.
This is like, fucking, where's that?
That's a county next to our county in Ireland.
Do you have to get a plane to get there now?
There is an airport there.
There is?
You can fly into Waterford.
That's what we
drive
did.
to Dublin first.
We went to Dublin with Waterford.
It's cheaper if you go to Shannon.
That's the context behind those two things. So no, clear the record, I'm not Canadian, I am not homeschooled, and neither are my brothers.
Okay.
But he might be gay.
Although,
how about the other one?
I might be gay. Although with Mam's tenacious need to crack maths questions.
In some ways we were homeschooled.
Yeah. In those cases, she was very good at it.
What will you all do next is part of the question.
Work, sleep, eat, repeat.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
He needs a drawing.
Maybe they mean outside.
yourself.
I'm sure they don't mean like work and stuff. I'm sure they mean outside of, maybe in terms of creative ventures. When not doing the podcast. Eric, you definitely have stuff lined up.
Well, I am almost finished the first draft of a book that I was writing. I actually 2 days ago got a notification on Facebook that I started a year ago.
Ah.
My procrastination is the killer of me because I really should have got that done in way less than a year. But I almost have that done.
Don't beat yourself up. You know George R.R. Martin, right?
Yeah, but he can just sit
he's
on
already like he's successful. Like he's already, he kind of has no excuse. Like he's not doing much. He doesn't have a day job. His job is to write that last book, and it has been for the last fucking 10 years or something.
So there's finishing that, going back to another book I was writing. I did 4 drafts of that. That is just honestly an amalgamated mess at this point that I really do need to rewrite that. And then I'm writing a fan script, which I'm about 56 pages through, which is about 56 minutes in terms of a movie. And that is, it's a Star Wars fan project called Star Wars Odyssey. It's going to be a 3-parter. It's just for shits and giggles, really. But
awesome.
Yeah, writing movies, books.
Catching up on hobbies, really, is what I'm doing. Ton of plastic miniatures to get through. So I'm tackling them. Every single project I do on them is like to improve on my painting skills. Because I haven't done art in such a long time.
You're so fucking good at it, though.
Thank you so much.
No, honestly, anytime I see them, I'm just like, that's insane.
I remember actually you shared. Is it on? Did you put it on Instagram? It's on your page, the communicant from Trench Crusade.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So I remember when I first saw. I think you have on like his belt thingy a painting of like the Virgin Mary.
Yep.
Because again, he's very Christian inspired, very sickly. So he looks like someone from Silent Hill.
Yep.
I remember just thinking like, how the fuck did I do that? And then you said
it's nail art.
Nail art. So that was people.
Amazing.
They stick it on their nails.
Yeah, it's just a sticker. Yeah. But because they get these like stickers they put on their nail, they would coat it with varnish. Then, it just ends up looking like it's been painted onto their nail. And I was like, sure, could that work on a miniature?
Amazing.
Like
that's fucking awesome.
I mean, there's all these like, there's a ton of shit from the
because
when you think about it, like with the nail art stuff, when they're painting little things onto nails, it's like the tools that are there. Can we not just use that then? Because we're trying to paint onto little tiny men. It could be used. So yeah, there's a ton of I'm not the fucking first to recognize that. I mean, there's a ton of makeup tools in general that's being used in the miniature painting scene. But yeah, just to kind of hone my skills, get better at that. That's where I'm at. Because you can kind of see with my Instagram account that it started off very much gaming from a video games perspective, and it is through COVID, actually, the moment. And there's a picture of me and you playing the Hobbit, strategy battle game,
right? Yeah,
in my kitchen. And from there, you can kind of see that's when it kicks off and everything becomes tabletop gaming then.
Yeah, which is awesome. I have a bunch of stuff I want to do. Myself and my friend Danny are working on a film idea at the moment. So there's a short film we want to make, that we will make, with plans for where that's going to go afterwards. I'd like to do some music stuff that I've put off for a very, very, very long time, but I won't be able to do any of that for a while, because I'm going to be a dad.
Little baby on the way.
Little baby on the way. So that's going to be my focus for now. For the foreseeable future.
That's probably actually the first time most people are gonna.
It's the first time I've said it on the podcast for sure.
Yeah. But like I don't think I've told anybody. So.
Oh. Well, it's public knowledge now. There's no
public knowledge. It's on billboards.
Yeah. It was on the news. No.
When you're flying over to Waterford.
So yeah, but yeah. So if anyone who has been listed before and didn't know that, that's a big reason. This
that is a big one. A big one, guys.
I'm not gonna have time for this. Is Eric gay? And if so, what's his number? I don't think Eric can hand out his number.
Not
Publicly, but-
GDPR reasons, apparently. No, not allowed to hang out.
In terms of his
I'm
sexuality,
sure you can find it.
Yeah, just mess with me, like, yeah.
in terms of his sexuality, up in the air, up in the air.
No, I think me and George R. R. Martin kind of share an interest in certain body parts. So no, I'm not gay.
Oh, okay. Could a Lord of the Rings remake happen, and would it be better?
Could it happen?
These are amazing questions.
These are very good questions.
Will it be better? I don't think so.
Like, yeah,
not with the current standards that are required from producers and everything that's set in place. The move away from cinema, the type of framing that must be done, the quotas that must be met. Everything at the moment is hindering on creativity in the film scene. So for those reasons, unless all those are lifted, then no, it can't be better.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I said, yes, it can be, but like, because we were talking about a movie before we started this, and you were talking about how everything was just, it's framed center and everything's in focus, and we were talking about how that's for TikTok.
Basically,
crop it down, it's for shorts and stuff
Shorts
like that.
and
So
reels.
it's like, yeah, and then there's certain things. There was another movie, I think Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, they were in an interview talking about how they were essentially being told by the production company that, like, you need to reiterate the plot like every 5 minutes for the people who are on their phones, which to me is like, if you put on a movie or a TV show and you're on your phone pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's a bit weird
not
that they're
grasping-
making. Yeah, it's weird that they're making those standards for, like, why care? They already have it on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Do they need to know the story?
like, to me, it's like, also, if they're going to, let's say those people give out, oh, I couldn't follow the story. It's like, well, you weren't actually that interested. You should be putting on something that interests you. It should be keeping your grasp. And if no movie or TV show is keeping your grasp, then maybe you just don't really like movies or TV shows. But that's just my opinion. But no, I think, yeah, as you were saying, Adam, all the quotas, all the standards. If if we have to listen to Frodo or Gandalf in Fellowship having to reiterate, we have to destroy the ring and bring it to Mordor, and that's what we're doing. It's gonna get fucking turn that just a Fellowship into a 6-hour movie because they're trying to repeat themselves the whole time.
Yeah.
Probably leave out an awful lot, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I agree with all of the above. Yeah,
Nice.
it probably will be remade at some point in the future.
I wonder if they got
Maybe not even in our lifetimes, but I'd be surprised if no one ever retouched the material.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim was good. I still haven't seen that.
it is.
I think it's worth a watch.
Do you think animated films are the best way of telling small stories of Lord of the Rings lore?
I think that's a fantastic question. That one there.
Okay, cool.
That's what I have to say on that. It's a great question. That's it.
I do think that anime was the wrong choice for telling a Lord of the Rings story.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of hype build up to War of the Rohirrim. I think War of the Rohirrim is actually fine. It's an okay film.
Mm-hmm.
There's some good stuff in there. There's other stuff that's like, okay, let's move along. I think the outrage towards it was overblown, but probably because of how it was presented.
Right.
It was presented as Weta's return to Middle-earth.
Yeah.
So that carries a lot of expectations. But I do think anime was the wrong choice for telling this story.
I think, yeah.
Not that animation, but just...
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, animation is a good idea.
Yeah.
Anime, maybe not so much.
Yeah, I just think there is just something
They
to do
are
with...
two different things in case someone doesn't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think for that one, yeah, I don't think it served its purpose with that, because that could have easily been told with real people, because it is relatively grounded story and it's very Lord of the Rings-y.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when you have things like an army of Balrogs marching across the frozen lake, or Morgoth raising up the mountains,
I think Silmarillion
could be very much
an animation.
an animation
That would be
series,
fucking awesome.
But not anime.
But not anime.
maybe.
See, I just think that
maybe
from...
like arcane animation, maybe.
I think anime is
Go full on Ralph Bakshi, lads.
it's a really fantastic tool of telling a very particular story
Mhm.
that I don't think suits the type of story that Lord of the Rings is.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about that.
Yeah. I think if it could look a bit closer to some classic early 90s animated films, and that hand-drawn kind of style and stuff, I think that could look great.
I think purely just because of the way Lord of the Rings is drawn from European medieval stories and mythology and
that
stuff.
art style was what would suit it.
Yeah, having something that kind of is closer akin to it doesn't have to be a very particular animation style like that, but like if the style itself is drawn from old medieval style of illustration in Europe, I think that would serve it more so.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they try bringing the like John Howe style.
Yeah.
Animate
that.
Yeah,
that'd
that's
be
kind of
amazing.
very picturesque way of painting and so on. Yeah. I think that's
The inspiration, not exactly, but that inspiration.
Yeah, or the Renaissance style paintings, like the way those are presented, I think would suit it more so. Yeah,
I agree. Is Eric actually a nice guy in real life? Yeah, he is. He's a really nice guy.
sometimes.
Oh. Okay.
This is when we get the cutaway, and Adam's like, I lent him a pen, he hasn't returned it.
Never returned it. This is like our take on Eric then.
Seems to be. Yeah,
I think Eric's great.
yeah, he's grand.
Yeah. It's grand. He's all right. He's my
I'm
best man at the
very-
wedding, and he nailed it. He did
Yeah.
a great job.
Thank you. I am hard to get a straight answer out of.
You were very difficult to ask questions.
Just
On a-
like things,
on a
will you?
podcast that
tell
was
me what your
all about
favourite
like
shit is.
what's your favorite thing. Ooh.
What do you mean by favourite?
Yeah.
No, I think there was even times when you would ask.
Imagine him in the Jubilee round table.
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
I think there was even times when you would ask. Yeah, you would ask me very simple questions. And
Very simple.
And I just couldn't pass up being a shit stirrer.
Yeah.
I am a shit stirrer.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. The equivalent again from the whole am I Canadian and homeschooled, and I was telling people, loads of people, yes, because I was a shit stirrer. Like,
He's also lied the entire time in his podcast. He's never played a game in his life. All those
don't know.
hours.
Cares nothing
knows
for The Witcher
nothing
3.
about-
I don't know what a video game is.
I like this one. If you had a sister, would she be on the Brothers Take? I think so, because I think like if we did have a sister, right, we're so close that I would imagine our sister would be close to us.
Mm-hmm.
However, we probably wouldn't be called the Brothers Take, like because if she started off with us, our name would have come from a very different place. I don't think we would have ever been called that.
We would still be the No Name Podcast.
Yeah, we'd be the nameless podcast.
Yeah.
Because she would suggest really good names, but we wouldn't want to agree. We'd all be very stubborn. Yeah, I think so. Do you think if we had a sister, would she be on the podcast?
If
she likes the same stuff.
Yeah, if she
like-
likes the same stuff, that really is
Yeah.
like if she liked the same stuff, of course, why not?
Yeah.
But if she didn't, she fuck off.
Well, there's your answer to the previous question.
Am I a dick? Yeah.
Fucking told you.
And then, what's your favorite moment on the Brothers Take? What's been your favorite moment on the podcast? It's hard to pick a singular moment.
Yeah, it's 3. This is the 300th episode. Jesus. I think I did one that's popping in mind. I don't know if it's exactly my favorite. One that is popping in mind was again our friend Dara, who told us that my tire joke
Yes.
almost made her
crash. That's you like that, huh?
Well, not the show was crap.
Again,
but
I'd
that
like
she
to
laughed.
refer back to the previous question whether Eric is a nice guy.
No, not necessarily that she always crashed, but that she laughed so much, and that seemed to get a reaction of a lot of people. So I'm proud of.
You're proud of that joke.
I'm proud of that joke because it is a shite joke, and every time I heard my voice,
Yeah.
I cringed because I hate listening to my voice. But
Right.
yeah, it's proud of that joke. I don't know if it's maybe my favorite, but
Okay.
um,
Adam, have you got a favorite moment on the Brothers Take podcast?
When my team won the quiz, rightfully so.
I'm so annoyed about this because we won,
no, you didn't.
and then that was lost.
Clearly, you didn't. There's
time
no
and space.
He has the
no
trophy.
footage. For
Like
that.
Adam's team actually
So,
came
there
third
we go.
the first time, came last the first time, and, and now in the final recording he won. I have to say though, like, and I know we thanked everyone on it anyway, but like a massive thank you to everyone who came on. That was just an awesome episode to put together. Our biggest, our longest, our most epic. And I also have to give a shout out to, which I did in the post anyway, but because they weren't on with us at the time, massive thank you to Gary Furlong, who fucking went above and beyond anything I was expecting. And shout out to his brother David, because he actually did the editing with him. So some of the clips that are edited in that final episode was actually his brother, who just we never asked.
Jesus,
so thank you so much. But yeah, okay, Adam's team won the trophy.
He'll get that with his life. You should have kept it, man. Just kept it there. Just keep it rubbing it for Chris's face.
Hard to pick a singular. Leave it right there.
Right there, where everyone could see.
Yeah. Fucker. Anyway, hard to pick a singular favorite moment, but one that one that stands out to me is, and you mentioned Dara actually. She came on. We did a 25th anniversary special of Final Fantasy VII, which is of course my favorite game, and I got to witness her reaction to. So she played the bombing run, and then she played the bombing run in the remake directly after, as someone who has never played either, and to see someone's first time reactions to both and comparing and contrasting the two in that moment was fucking awesome. So
it was,
that's a really good moment of mine.
It was. I watched that one because it is very funny, because I also wanted to see Dara's reaction, but I did find it quite funny because she's never played the game, there's certain like tactics and stuff that if you're very used to Final Fantasy, okay, if I'm fighting an icy being, I throw fire at them. If I'm fighting water, I throw lightning at them. And robots, you throw lightning. And you trying to just very gently and subtly drop the hints of, just use lightning on the Red Scorpion there. You got both there for and it's a robot, and you're just really trying to help her out.
But you know what's amazing? She had 1 HP left and she killed it.
Yes,
and
that was very impressive.
Glorious on the first watch. It was amazing. Okay, so this is sort of a bigger version of that. What podcast episode was your favorite to do? So this is not about a moment. This is maybe a singular episode, but maybe to extend that further, if you had a favorite topic, if it's hard to pick one episode, but if there was a topic that you liked revisiting or discussing either.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
There's a few that come to my mind.
Jesus.
I think some of my favorite, I can't pinpoint a singular episode, but I think when we started off, we did our first kind of run of it. We were kind of discussing the best games
of a given year.
Yeah, given year. Like I think those were some really, really good. We had really great momentum at that point, just because of how far ahead we were planned.
Yeah,
and how much we would do.
Yeah.
Which was always good when we were able to. That was at a time when there was nothing else happening, so we could get a couple of episodes done in one sitting, which was always great because it meant that we didn't have to wait a whole another week to make a discussion or to add to a discussion. Like sometimes those waits are kind of killer,
right?
Because you do a full week, right? You're after watching or playing something, and then you're like, oh shit, I can't really talk about that. That's going to be the next topic, So I'll have to bite my tongue a little bit. But I really want to fucking talk about this.
Yeah.
So being
for
able
good or bad
to get all of them done in like a singular, I can't pinpoint a single episode, but that run, was some of the, I think, good stuff.
One moment that stand out to me was, I think, explaining the entire lore of Infinity Blade, because you were just.
Do you want to play it, Eric?
Huh?
Do you want to play it?
I want it remade. I don't know if I've said that.
You have
on. Oh, have I? Have I said it on the podcast?
I brought it with me though. If you want to play it,
you have Infinity Blade
1 and 2.
I've never actually played 1.
Okay,
that's why 2 is your favorite.
I've only ever played 2 and 3. But yeah, because I think you were laughing, giggling through the whole thing of me dropping this fucking lore bomb of this thing, because you have to know that was there's so fucking many. I mean, the Metal Gear Solid one, I think I unlocked wisdom I didn't know I had to talk about games. I think because I hadn't played that game in ages, so we talked about that one. My awesome quote from the Final Fantasy X episode.
Oh yeah.
I've never
Beautiful
again.
world juxtaposed by.
Yeah, I never had
some
anything
sort
like
of
that again. It's the
calamity,
only
yeah.
game I played. It's the only game I was able to talk about.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hard to like say favorite episode. Like what Adam was saying. There's moments and there was certain topics and stuff that were good, but a favorite episode. We did 300, 299. This is the 300 one, so it's hard to.
Anytime we spoke about Final Fantasy VII was absolutely my favorite. Especially when after Remake and theorizing about where they were going to go when we had nothing to go on yet, like before Rebirth had a trailer, before it even had a title, that time period of genuine theorizing of this could go fucking anywhere, and like even the engaging with people online about that stuff, that was
our episode
like,
actually with
amazing.
With Brian was a good one.
Yeah.
Theorizing that ending and stuff and what that means.
Like I
think you
all of that.
ended up convincing Brian it was really good by the end, because I don't think he wasn't a big fan of the ending of Remake, and then by the end he was like used to theorizing.
I think he's coming around to it. Yeah.
Let us know, Brian. Is that true?
Yeah. Is that true?
Is that true, man? And then I have to also give a shout out to the episode that got the most engagement.
Oh yeah,
And that is our ranking of
007
the
movies,
James
isn't it?
Bond movies.
That was a good
25.
That was
That's
a good
a
one.
great one. I've rewatched it a couple
That
of
surprises
times.
even me.
It does. Sometimes I go, I no longer agree with that.
So,
you know, because you go
yeah.
through points and periods in time, you know, and that's
Like, did Octopussy deserve to be higher?
yeah, of course, Octopus is great. But and that's the thing where like what I like about podcasts too is that you can go back. It's a time capsule. But it doesn't necessarily hold you to ransom as to that's how you feel forever, right?
Oh no, it does. That's it.
that's it. Yeah, that's why I don't like the favorite question. It's holding you to it.
But I, yeah, so that's a particularly good episode because I love how many people did comment and still do, and engaging with that, and like it's so funny. Like and like I love when people disagree as well. Like that's part of the point of the whole brothers give and takes and stuff. But it's like some people who are just like, oh my god, your top 10 is fucking shit. It's crazy. And I always ask back, it's like, cool, give us yours. And they never do. And I think it's because they haven't actually thought about it. They just know that they just don't like the order that we had.
Yeah, I don't think you're ever going to be happy with anyone's order, if we're going to be honest.
No. So yeah, that's some of the favorites. Then someone else asked favorite moment from any episode, so that came up already. So we have answered that. This person asked, what is the most overhyped or overrated hyped game that you just did not enjoy playing? So what is the most overrated hyped game that you just did not enjoy playing?
Bloodborne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think it's totally overrated?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't enjoy it. Yeah, I don't want to say a Souls like one because I'm
like
in
all
that
of
same
them.
boat. I don't. I personally don't enjoy them. I don't get the hype, but each to their own. I'm trying to think of one actually though that I was hyped for.
Okay.
If there is one that then people played, loved, and I didn't get the hype. I'm trying to think, is there one like that?
The Phantom Pain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
We were all very excited for that. You never cleared it.
No, I've never finished the Phantom Pain. I don't get the hype.
Peace Walker.
every Metal Gear Solid after 4.
Turns out Adam's got way more answers to this question than he did like Eddie. Like, what's your favorite? Oh, I don't know. Don't really like anything. I've got loads of these.
Oh yeah. Fallout 4.
You're like GTA 5.
GTA 5. No, I can understand. I can understand GTA 5. I can.
Red Dead 2? Or do you understand it but it just doesn't agree with it?
No, yeah. No, I totally understand that one. Yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For me, Fortnite, I think, is one that popped in my head as everyone was playing it, everyone was loving it, they were digging it. I tried it twice, 3 times, and I die, and then I go, well, that's the game. I've played it. I don't understand why I put more time into that. It's not giving me anything. There's no like XP. You're not unlocking anything. There's so Fortnite and pretty much MMOs in general. I think we've never really played many MMOs.
I'm gonna say this goes well before our podcast, so this is just a game from the past. But Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah.
It had like 9s out of 10s and all the magazines on the box. I was so excited for it. The reviews were so high. Even to this day, like if I watch like a top 10 Final Fantasy ranking video, 12 is always way higher than I ever think it should be. And I've never enjoyed playing it. And then I even tried the Zodiac Age because people said that remaster is like, oh, it fixes some of the problems. No, I've realized my issue with is the game as a whole. I don't like the decisions they made, the choices they made, the world they made, the characters they made, the music they made. Like there's very little about 12 that I like, and I don't understand. Having played quite a lot of Final Fantasies at this point, I don't understand why people like it so much. But so that's one where I don't get the hype. Please tell us though, if you're someone that does any of those games, in the comments why we're wrong. Please give us your take and what we're missing out on. And then this is the last question for us to answer, which I think is a fitting one for the questions part. What will you miss most about doing the podcast? I don't got nothing. I bowed out a while ago.
Because I think a lot of like what we're talking about is things that we'll like anyway is going to continue. It's just not going to be recorded.
Exactly. That's true.
So it's kind of hard to say what would we actually miss.
Because like I will still play games.
Yeah.
And I will still talk to my brothers.
Yeah. Nothing's really changed.
So what will we miss about doing the podcast?
Maybe again this scheduling idea.
Yeah,
because like while yes we're still gonna play games, we're still gonna talk. It definitely will lessen because we're not like okay we're gonna be meeting up this day at this time and stuff like that. I think a lot of the Skyrim take a shot, that sort of stuff. A lot of a lot of the inside jokes are just gonna be gone because they only serve the purpose of the podcast. They don't.
Okay.
I will never say that ever again. Once this is finished,
once we wrap up, I
will never speak about Skyrim ever again.
I am going to get rid of all my Skyrim stuff.
That's a fucking lie.
Yeah, I don't even want to hear that word again. I had to go to meetings over that. I took so many shots. I agree with you. I'll miss the scheduling of that weekly catch up. Because even like, we are going to talk about stuff anyway. But it's that checking in weekly. So even those moments before and after recording where we were just talking shit. And we will anyway, but it might go further between. It might not happen as often. This sounds like we live like far away. Like the lads are up the road. Like.
See you so often.
But I do. It's just that, well, and in general, I suppose, like the podcast gave that reason to make you check in and stuff. I do foresee being less available in general. So I will miss that for sure. And that's all the questions. Thank you to everyone who submitted questions randomly. That was just like a link that we put out. And I'm glad that anyone did. And there were actually some really good ones. So thank you very, very much. Now we're going to do a game called Top Threes. So this is kind of like if you've ever seen Letterboxd and they do your like, top 4 movies and they ask actors and directors and stuff to name their top 4 movies.
Okay.
But it'll be different categories. It won't be just movies. And we're going to do top 3 because 3 brothers, 300 episodes, 3 being sort of thematic. So for the first one, and some of these things we will have said before, and in some cases the 1 and the 2 might be ones that's like, they've said that before. It's the third option sometimes that might be the surprising one.
Okay.
But because we've been primarily a gaming podcast, let's start with games. Your top 3 video games, one last time for the record. I can go first if you would like, if you need time to think. So obviously, number 1, Final Fantasy VII. My favorite game of all time. Number 2.
Which version though?
Ooh.
You sounded like a character from Zelda.
The original.
Yeah.
Okay. Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
And then Metal Gear Solid is my number 2. And my number 3 is the one that changes a lot. That's
Right.
why that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, it goes between. So there's a couple of contenders that I don't mind mentioning. Last of Us being one of them. Mass Effect 2 being one of them. At times Batman Arkham Asylum being one of them. But for today and for this last episode, I'm going to say Final Fantasy X is a game that means a lot to me, that I come back to a lot. And that was a huge part of my childhood.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what I used to say, to be honest. I know what my number 1 is. Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
I think in the past, number 2 would have been Final Fantasy VII. But I think I'm going to have to throw Skyrim in there at slot number 2. With
At this point.
Final Fantasy VII at number 3. Yeah.
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 Solid. Metal Gear Solid.
Mm.
Well, we know what your number 1 is.
Right.
No, we don't. This changes. Like, it could be anything. Like, it's fucking Donkey Donkey Universe or something. Like,
could be. I don't even know. I don't know. This would have been if this would came up in the quiz. If Pagan had asked everyone what's Eric's favorite game, even he wouldn't get it right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do I shit stir? All right. Number 1, Witcher 3.
Check out Eric's 10th anniversary special of The Witcher 3. It is on the podcast.
It is on the podcast, yeah. Came out May 2025. Number 2, I'm actually going to go with Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Wow!
Cool.
Holy shit!
Very good.
That's the first game to make anyone's top 3 that came out while we were a podcast.
That was just blown away. Right, number 3.
It's so funny that it's not Skyrim. I just remember
Or
early
Infinity
on,
Blade.
we did a whole episode on why Skyrim was his favorite game, and it's like it
I
changed,
felt pressured to say it.
Like, isn't that?
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, it was a good day.
Yeah.
I remember when
that
we
arrived.
got that. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, like 3 is a very small number. Like,
3 is a very small number.
It's a magic number. This means you hate everything else now.
Yeah, whatever you
So-
say now means you have no time for any other game. Like,
This is it now. This
like
is
well,
what
you're gonna say something and I'm going, so what? You hate Baldur's Gate? Like, what's the story, son?
Well, no, Baldur's Gate 3 was not going to make top 3.
Why not? Like,
Gee, fucking hell. Top 3. I probably,
that's what I mean.
you
The
know,
third spot is the hardest
third
one. 'Cause
spot
the top 2 are usually fairly easy. You're like, yeah, 1 and 2, easy, done. That's my favorite.
I kind of look at it as like, you know, if I was to be stranded and I had to have games to fucking
Keep me
going,
going.
like what 3 would I want to take with me? And it's like 100% those 3. I don't think there's ever going to be a
You'd
time
be fulfilled with
where
all
I'm
those
like,
3 games.
Yeah,
you'd be
yeah,
fulfilled.
you'd be happy with it.
Mass Effect 2.
That's it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah, of course it
I
does.
would be shocked actually if you did say that.
Yeah,
I would be wrong if I didn't
solid.
say that.
Yeah.
They're all solid games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's our
Very
Top
RPG
3.
oriented actually, his list.
I
very.
like
I think
RPGs.
I
Yeah.
think RPGs are your favorite genre. This is
Mm.
what I've learned. I think
We finally cracked it.
action adventure is your favorite genre
Yeah.
overall. And I'm not sure about me.
Well, you were mainly RPG as well.
I was mainly JRPG.
Yeah.
Maybe I love JRPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should
But I
play
don't
more
love
of
that
them.
many JRPGs though. And I think
You
about
should
it.
try more.
Just Final Fantasy. There are a ton that you probably should give a go.
There is yeah. At some point, I really need to play Chrono Trigger like properly.
Yeah.
I've started it a couple of times, but I've never like really given it like a good go.
And Octopath, you should give.
Yeah,
that
I
a go.
really need to play Octopath, and I
You
love
re- you
fucking
really
like,
love
Sea of
Sea of
Stars.
Stars,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was amazing.
Hmm.
So yeah, recommend us guys based on our tastes there. If you want down in the comments or get in touch to recommend us a bunch of games you think we would like based on our tastes. How about movies then? Top 3 movies. This is gonna be fucking easy
Easy.
if you just want to do 1, 2, and 3. You know. But I'll leave it up to you.
Well, what order does it go in?
I'll leave it up to you as what way you want to do your top 3. I might do it a bit differently.
Okay.
Adam.
Number 1, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
Number 2, The Return of the King.
Yeah.
Number 3, The Two Towers.
There's his top 3 movies, guys. Just Lord of the Rings on repeat.
Yeah, so I was going to ask, do we count them all as individual movies or can we box them into...
Like I said, do what you like.
Well, in that case.
Okay, well, I'll take all three of them as one movie. Top spot.
Yeah, pretty much. All three of them, top spot.
Yeah. Do you do the same for Star Wars, or like how does this work?
I mean, Star Wars should be there. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to draw the line somewhere, though. You know, you can't then go. And spot number 3, James Bond. All of them.
All of them.
I'm not going to lie. That's exactly what I was going to do.
You can't.
Okay, but no,
You didn't even write them.
original trilogy. Can I do original trilogy Star Wars?
You do what you want. I'm not. There's no rules
no,
today.
this is bullshit.
This is
No,
last
you have to
episode.
pick. No, just 3 individual
Okay,
movies.
3
Let's
individual
go.
movies.
He's the
Fellowship
boss.
of the Ring,
Yeah.
Return of the King,
Yeah.
2 Towers.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's the correct list.
Fucking hell! I didn't know it was going to be regimental. I'm going to pick one movie from different series that represent my love
You
for that
sick
series.
son of a bitch.
So I'm going to pick my favorite.
Can't
from
believe
the
you've done
series I
that.
love.
Yeah. Why'd you do that, man?
So my number one, like, shock, absolute shock. My number one favorite movie is The Fellowship of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously a very important movie to all of us. For number 2, I'm going to say my favorite Star Wars movie, which is A New Hope, 1977. Every time I watch it, it's just cinema magic. The pacing of that movie is absolute. I don't know how they made it. And you hear John Williams' score, especially you hear the stories about how they're like, we don't believe in this movie. Anyone working on it was like, I think this is going to be shit. Mm-hmm. You look at Luke walks out, looks at the Sons and John Williams' score, and you go, how did this movie come together and just change cinema? So that movie is amazing. Obviously, we've done deeper dives on the Lord of the Rings ones. We have episodes on each. And for the third spot, which again changes, much like the games, like those 2 I think would always stay in there, but the third one changes a lot depending on different movies, and there's so many to choose from. I'm going to say The Matrix.
That's a good one.
First
It is a very good
Matrix movie
It's
is
phenomenal.
fucking incredible. It's like one of the best action movies ever. It's one of the best sci-fi movies ever. It touches on, there's themes of horror in there. It's like just a mishmash of genres. And all 3 of those movies,
Perfect.
yeah,
Damn,
all
that's
3 of those movies are timeless.
Mm.
I don't think they will ever look outdated. Because they all have a
they
very,
look outdated, but
no, they
it's
just have such a distinct look to them that when you watch them, you're transported to that time and place, I think.
I think it just goes to show that they didn't rely on the technology to tell the story so heavily that it doesn't matter even if they do look outdated. Because there's moments even in The Fellowship where you're like, that's outdated, but it's just how they do it. It's just...
I get what you're saying about sheer moments. I think that the whole thing, though,
yeah, but
versus like there's some movies that come out even in the last couple of years that I think look dated already
because they're over reliant. I think it's their over reliance on the tech to save the film.
Yeah, you're never going to beat something that looks lived in. When you have someone actually in the costume, actually on set. You know what I mean? Like you're not.
It's in the camera. It's in front
And
of
there's
you.
like
It's tangible.
there's
It's real.
limitations
Yeah.
when they know that they're working with a limitation. They can work around it as opposed to we can fix that later on a computer.
And if for some reason you haven't seen any of those movies,
What the hell's wrong with you?
watch them. They're amazing.
Yeah, pretty good. Not bad.
Anyone want to try any honorable mentions before we move on?
Oh man, this is so many fucking movies that can go in that list. Man.
There's
like,
so many. There's so many.
yeah.
So many. Okay. We've often done topics on music as well.
Okay.
Now, we're not going to do fucking top 3
Songs.
There's way too many songs. We're not gonna
Happy
do
birthday.
Top 3.
Every time.
Yeah.
Fucking gets me.
Celebrate good times. That's an easy number 2. No, top 3 music artists, I think, is a
Artists.
nice, easy one. Because it's just their whole work or whatever. But whoever would be in your top 3. Again, like, there's going to be a bit of crossover here. But this is one of the areas, I think, where we also might differentiate a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna go Linkin Park is number 1. Hans Zimmer is number 2.
Ooh!
Ooh, that third spot though.
It's always the third spot.
That third spot is
Because you
tricky.
want to go more. You want to put more in. But when
Well, it's just so many can take
the
that
third spot, yeah.
because it kind of depends on the mood I'm in. Actually, the other 2 are kind of like 1 and 2 spots is like it doesn't matter what you do, I'm gonna love listening to it. Whether I'm gonna love it is a different thing, but I'm gonna love listening to it. Third spot. I think I will just throw Sleep Token in there.
Yeah,
of course.
I was expecting it.
It's going to be.
They've meant so much
Well,
to you
it's
in the last
only
couple of
because, like,
years.
okay, so what I was kind of hemming on with, what could be in the third spot, I'm just going to lay out a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
It's either Sleep Token, Trivium, Killswitch Engage, Metallica, or Alice in Chains. Those would be the ones that could have ended up in that spot.
Yeah.
And it depends on my mood.
For sure.
At this moment in time, it's
Sleep
Token on repeat.
Yeah.
I actually listened to them on my lunch break one of the days. Sleep Token.
One time. I farted. So thank you.
Yeah. And did you like the music?
I liked the music. The instruments were played and the vocals were sung.
Yeah. Okay.
Eric, have you got a top 3 music artists?
Right. So Hans Zimmer, Linkin Park.
Are these 1 and 2? Are you numbering these?
Yeah. And then the person that was popping into my head was Samuel Kim.
Oh, cool.
What
a shout.
Yeah, because he does...
Wow. Fuck.
He's very fucking talented. Now, mainly he does renditions of music from movies and TV shows, but he is very, very talented. And I think for a lot of our... like the Final Fantasy tabletop role-playing game we've been playing, I have used a lot of work from him.
For sure.
Because he does epic spin. So that's who's on my head at the moment. But Sleep Token did come to mind. Metallica came to mind. But I think I'll stick with Samuel Kim.
What a fucking... Yeah, fuck yeah. Go on. Go for it. Love shit like that. Number 1, Linkin Park. Is pretty obvious. And then we've loads of content on that on the podcast if anyone wants to check that out. That time we... Like...
Oh yeah, went to their concert. That was
just wild though, right?
Yeah.
Just for a second. Like we were here for the return of Linkin Park and it was weird. And like I was at a wedding. I was getting ready for my friend's wedding and trying to buy tickets at the same time. And like so they came out with a show, they announced an album and then announced the tour. And then, like, was it like a week later we bought tickets, and then a week later we flew over and saw them in London, and it was just wild. Like the whole thing was just crazy. And then maybe a month later had the album, and we're just like, this is so weird. But it was wild how it all happened, and it was a cool trip. Actually, we had a great time. So Linkin Park number 1, Trivium number 2. They're just a pivotal metal band in like my upbringing and like that music scene, that early 2000s metal music scene, like and I've loved all their work. And Bring Me the Horizon would be number 3 for me. Ever since I got into them, they've just been a huge I love their work, and I love every new thing that they're a second Linkin Park. I don't know what they're going to sound like next, and every time they come out I go, oh, I don't know how to feel about that. And then I have to have that journey with them, and it's creatively very rewarding for me. But similar to you, Adam, there's a whole list of people you couldn't... Slipknot being... Nine Inch Nails are a big one for me. Hans Zimmer, of course. So there's a whole slew of artists you could name and go through. And by fuck, I've seen so many at this point. Jesus. That's going to slow down. So we've often talked about TV shows as well on this podcast. Maybe a little less than some of the other stuff because we're not... I don't think we like watch as many series as other people do, and maybe this will be easy, or maybe it'll be hard to even give a third spot to one or something. I don't know, but top 3 TV shows.
Tricky.
To rock a rhyme, that's right on time. That's tricky. tricky.
I was not expecting that. It's a SingStar 80s reference though. What a game.
Top 3 games, SingStar 80s.
You go first, Eric.
Right.
Blanking.
Avatar: The Last Airbender obviously has to be number 1. Favorite show of all time. Has to be.
It is. It's his favorite show.
It's amazing.
It's his favorite show.
So good. Number 2, Lost, because it was so influential on my childhood growing up. Like, that was so exciting when it was like, oh, it's Monday and we're gonna watch Lost. And then it was super exciting when they're like, there's a double bill. It's whoa, more Lost. That was amazing. Number 3 then probably would be Stranger Things.
I'll go next. Stranger Things, number 1. Particularly like that first season of Stranger Things is the singular best piece of television.
You have not watched.
It's just amazing. Sorry. It's just amazing. The colouring of it, the vibe of it, the actors, the music, everything. And then there are a couple of really, really, really great seasons to follow that too. So yeah, Stranger Things number 1. Number 2, Lost. That had such a huge impact. And like more exciting. Like Lost was already great, and the actors are great, and the writing was great, and Michael Giacchino's score was amazing. But more exciting than Lost was that the show happened outside of the show as well. When you went into school the next day, and those conversations of, did you see what happened in Lost? What do you think this means? Blah, blah, blah. Those conversations happen during the week until you get to the next one. Like theory crafting before there was even fucking YouTube. You know, YouTube was there, but it wasn't as prevalent at the time, and we certainly weren't all on it. Like even like if there had been like way more podcasts back then, the amount of lost podcasts that there was a lost podcast, but the amount that would have existed, like given how prevalent podcasts are now, would have been crazy. So it's such an important show. And then for the third spot, there's a few you could throw it to. You could say like Sherlock and things like this, but I grew up watching an awful lot of animated series, especially like Saturday mornings and stuff. So I really want to give a shout out to one of them as for my childhood. Batman, the animated series.
Nice.
It's timeless. The artwork is incredible. I got the box set a couple of years ago. Rewatched it. And it's gotten better that I've gotten older because the themes and stuff that are in it are like fucking incredible.
Yeah, I think
and really mature. So that's just an amazing show.
I'd seen one. It was like obviously a cut together short of one of the episodes. Right. I know the episode's short, but it was shorter. And it was, I think it was the model lady who like got disfigured, and she was always wearing a mask. And then there's the twist at the end of it. I've ever seen that, and I was like, "Fuck, that's some mature like kind of commentary on."
Yeah, they just
the beauty standards of the.
They had just amazing storylines. Paul Dini is such a great writer, and meeting Kevin Conroy was a fucking honor. Like what a pro, and his voice, like, and Mark Hamill, come on. So yeah, those are my top 3. I hear you.
There's quite a few. I watch very few shows, and the few I watch, the only reason I watch them is because I like them. Like as in, like I would maybe watch a couple of episodes of something and bow out.
Yeah,
there's not a single show I'm going to stick through and watch the whole thing unless I really love it. So this is difficult.
Well, it's always difficult to try again.
I thought for a second I thought it was difficult in a different way. I thought you were having the whole how do I pick 3? You know, as in, can I make up even 3?
No, like there's ones that
cool.
I actually could, like, even if there's seasons that are like, oh, that wasn't that great or whatever, I was still willing to stick it through, you know?
Yeah.
So it'd be ones that I've seen the entire way through. I think at one would be Sherlock. I know it's a fucking short series, like, but
it's great though.
Yeah, it is really, really good. Number 2 is Arrested Development.
You did love that.
Amazing.
Yeah,
you loved that. Yeah.
That is my for many people who throw on like The Office or Friends.
Comfort watch, yeah.
Arrested Development is that for me.
yeah.
And for 3, I think it probably would be Stranger Things. Yeah. So I think I'll go with those 3.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Because it would. Yeah, there's a few that could have gotten into that like third spot, but
the third spot is the one, guys.
Yeah, because I was debating like between Stranger Things and like Arcane, and I was like, well, the ending of Stranger Things was much more satisfying than the ending of Arcane, which is why Stranger Things took the spot. But well, I was him in between those 2.
Yeah. Here's one we've never ever spoken about on podcast at all. Top 3 books.
You
wow,
son of a bitch.
Yeah, we've never ever discussed any books ever on the podcast.
Define book.
Yeah, any kind of book. Like, yeah.
This travel pamphlet is really tickling my
man. The dictionary is up there.
Man,
if only I had enough words to describe the dictionary.
Maybe this thesaurus will help.
No, my thesaurus is awful. Not only is it awful, it's awful.
It's awful. I think what would take the number one spot for me is Watchmen. I can't stop fucking thinking about that book.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. It's one of those ones. Like, I have a copy of it, but every time I see it in a bookshop, I'm like, I kind of want to buy it again.
I know that feeling, man.
Like really
I know
good
that
book.
feeling.
Number 2. I don't know if I have a number 2 spot just yet, actually. Because there's a ton of books that they're all pretty good, but I don't know if I'd throw them up there as good as Watchmen, actually.
Okay, there could be quite a gap between 1 and 2. You know, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Fulgrim from the Horus Heresy.
Okay, nice.
Wow.
At the moment, that one is. Oh no, wait. Galaxy in Flames pretty good though. Let's just stick with Fulgrim for now. Let's just stick for Fulgrim. That slot could fucking change.
You could put both of them down, though.
Yeah, could. But for that third spot, I think I will probably go with the Fellowship of the Ring.
Nice.
Yeah. Makes sense. Recommend us more books, by the way, guys. I need to read more. I don't read nearly enough.
I have plenty of books.
I've just a ridiculous.
I really don't read much, but I read a lot of graphic novels and stuff. That'd be more my thing. But Eric, top 3 books?
Number 1 will probably be Norse mythology.
Is that the title of the book?
That's
like
that.
Neil Gaiman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I remember it really got me into the Norse mythology side of stuff, and I remember just by the end of it, I was like, this is like Infinity War levels of epic. It was I think the first time I read a book, got to the end, and was like, this is the emotional reaction people are having with books. Okay, I get it now. When you're seeing all the pieces come together, or when you get that emotional investment and stuff, and it has such a cinematic conclusion, and that's their mythology. Their mythology is that we have a cinematic conclusion to our gods. And I was like,
yeah, it's amazing.
Good job, Vikings. Number 2, I'll actually put up the Banner Saga. What the fuck was it called again? I can't remember the name of the book, but it was from the Banner Saga.
Right.
And it actually is one of the characters. He's only really a side character really in the games of the Banner Saga, but he's one of the main characters of this book, and he is trying to keep peace within the town, and it's the first town you go to in the game, and this book ends where essentially the game starts. And at that moment I thought was really good, and so I think having as well the visuals of the game when reading this book, I was able to really see everything and see the characters. But that was a really good, interesting book as well. It was quite short. And for number 3, it was toughy.
It's actually really easy to name your favorite book. It's not so easy to name your fucking third favorite.
I think you'd rattle off more though if you were a more avid reader and you're you have a whole ton of stuff.
Maybe the graphic novel you gave me of, was it called Spider-Man Then Story or Life Story or something?
Oh,
that one you got.
That's a fucking amazing concept.
That one's really damn good.
So it's a story where the people who wrote it treated it as if Spider-Man, so Spider-Man started in the 60s, and they had what if he aged with each decade that he's actually been around.
Oh shit, okay.
And try tell key moments of his, so they try retell key moments from the comics, but now his age is adjusting too. So in the 60s he's the teenager, in the 70s he's getting a bit older, and in the 80s and stuff, and when he gets to the 90s he's getting the black suit and stuff, but he's also older, and he's dealing with different life decisions and stuff, and the different wars that are going on in the world are in the backdrop as it's going through time. And I was like, that's a fucking amazing
so you
idea for a comic book character.
While it's all happening, you get to see a lot of even the other Marvel characters and how they're interacting with, like, Captain America being in the Vietnam War, like that'd be on the news and stuff. And then him aging and dealing with all the various things, and it gets quite emotional towards the end. That one's a really good one. So thank you for that one. Yeah.
No worries. My top 3, my number 1 is the Hobbit, and in particular the Hobbit graphic novel, which I was gifted when I was very young, and I read it so many times.
I think there's a new version of that now.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
I saw it up in I was up in Dublin, went to a bookshop called Chapters. Have you been in there?
No. Right?
Okay.
We're checking out?
Where is it?
Near the... Is it called The Ambassador?
Oh, yes.
Near there. Massive.
Okay.
But in there, I saw a revised edition.
Oh, interesting. Well, what I loved so much about it was I had seen... because this is long before the Hobbit movies got made and stuff, and I'm a little kid at this point. We've watched the Lord of the Rings movies, absolutely love them, and so this graphic novel of the Hobbit, which, to be fair, the Hobbit is the easiest as a kid to read of Tolkien's works, right?
I felt quite bad actually when I'm always hearing that, and then I read the Hobbit and I got confused halfway through, and I just had to put it down because they got lost in Mirkwood. So I got lost at them being lost, and then I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to put this book away.
But like, there was just like, from start to end, there's so much adventure. There's so much happening. There's like something happening every page nearly. So it's really, really digestible, especially to a young reader. And having the graphic novel was like having a screenplay to the Hobbit movie that hadn't been made yet. Now, as a result, it actually made me not like the Hobbit movies as much because I had this vision of what everything should look like too, based on that artist's works, which were not far removed, even though the graphic novel existed before Peter Jackson's movie trilogy, they weren't far removed from those designs, because clearly they were inspired by the John Howe like drawings and stuff. So like Bag End looked like Bag End, Gandalf looked like Gandalf, the Hobbits, that stuff looked a certain way, but it was like there's other characters that had a certain look to them too. I just fucking loved that book, so that's my favorite. Second, the thing I read most is Batman, as a huge Batman fan, and my absolute favorite Batman graphic novel is The Long Halloween by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. It's just incredible, and you see it referenced so much certainly in the later movies. It's clearly had a huge influence on Nolan. It's had a huge influence on Matt Reeves, and it's just a fucking great, well told detective story, and the art style to it is amazing. And there's so many characters brought into it that each chapter is like we're dealing with another villain as well, while the backdrop of this ongoing mystery is going on. So as someone who was getting introduced to all these new Batman villains like the Mad Hatter and stuff, it was just like, holy shit, there's a whole world here outside of what I've seen in like the Tim Burton, Joel Schumacher movies that I just didn't know existed, So that's definitely number 2. And then number 3, I'm going to go with, and I don't know the name of the author, but I read it so many times as a kid, and it opened my eyes to a huge amount of mythology. Atticus, the Storyteller's 100 Greek Myths. It's basically Greek myths for kids, But it gave me... It meant later on in life, though, when people were referencing these deep myths and mythology, I was like, oh yeah, I know that myth. And I was able to name all the characters stuff, and they're like, how do you fucking know that myth? I was like, because I had this book when I was a kid. And it's Atticus, the Storyteller's 100 Greek Myths. I know the story of Pegasus and Theseus and Jason and the Argonauts and all, like the Odyssey. I had a digestible version of the Odyssey to me as a child. I knew these stories, and they were so like, I used to play games when I was younger of like, what if that Greek myth was turned into a movie and this is how it would go and stuff. So that was very influential on me as a kid. So
I found that recently. They're reading it. It's quite good.
Like if you're a kid, like it's a great way of like just here's the bare bones of what the myth is about,
Yeah.
Very digestible. So this will be the last top 3 we do, and then I have one last kind of gaming related thing for us before we wrap up. So last top 3 is your top 3 tabletop games. Especially for you guys who've gotten like so into tabletop gaming in the last couple of years. What's your top 3?
Top 3, Eric.
I don't know, Adam. What's your top 3? Right. Okay. Let's. Well, I mean, technically, I could just say tabletop role-playing games is number 1. And there you go.
No, come on.
Like, you could say Dungeons and Dragons.
A game.
Is that what you mean?
A game from.
Or do you prefer?
That's a genre.
That's genre. Has to say.
Is there a particular one within that you like?
If I had to say the genre, I say actually wouldn't be Dungeons and Dragons because I've looked at other ones and they just look better and they look like they're going to play better. Especially when we played the One Ring role-playing game, I was just like, oh my god, this is like a whole new way of, like, it just made, like, something like that was like, this is so much easier for the player to understand how to play and get on board with it, because it's like, oh, there's the information on my character sheet serves more purpose than just a whole bunch of maths. So like that's
the onboarding is really important, isn't it? Especially when people don't have time.
Yeah.
Just getting people together and going, let's play.
Yeah, so that
is like really important.
Like the Alien RPG was a really good one, which is just Coriolis uses the same system. You get a bunch of 6s and you roll it. It's like I played Coriolis with a couple of friends, and they much prefer it to D&D because it's so much simpler to just the onboarding is so much simpler. Just pick it up, roll a bunch of 6s, and there you go. But my favorite one in that category, on terms of like lore and like just genuinely it interests me and I wanted to learn the lore of it, so I'd probably go with Symbaroum. I think the lore of that is really good, but Daggerheart is intriguing me in terms of that looks like it's really easy to handle what your spells and abilities do, and because they have like the cards and stuff. But I'm going to go with Symbaroum because the lore of it is so different to what we usually expect. Like humans and elves don't like each other. Goblins get into a cocoon in a forest and then they evolve into like trolls and ogres and shit like that. And it's just very grotesque, and it's magic is corrupting people and stuff. The lore of it is so interesting. I do want to play that. Then I'll probably go with Nemesis, the board game, because that's class and that's really good fun. And I've played that a good few times with yous and with friends, and I think everyone's enjoyed it. And then I haven't played enough of Trench Crusade, but every game I have played of Trench Crusade has been good.
Good crack.
It's good crack. But I might go with Horus Heresy based on I have an army that's mine, so I can customize and paint that. So I'll go with Horus Heresy because that's also a good fun one, and I found that was quite easy for us to learn, even though it had. It was easy for me to learn. I
still don't know it.
It was easy for me to learn because Adam told me what to do. No, but in terms of rolling for like what the stats are, because your Space Marine and my Space Marine are the exact same, so it was easy to remember that stuff. So and then that kind of very like space World War One aesthetic of like the bayonets and chain bayonets and shit like that, trying to chainsaw each other. Yeah, so that was a good fun one.
So what's your 3? I don't know.
You named so many.
Oh, sorry, Symbaroum,
right?
Yeah.
Nemesis.
Yeah.
Horus Heresy.
Got it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nice.
Sorry.
No, amazing. Adam, top 3.
Middle-earth strategy battle game.
Yeah.
Warhammer: The Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
Number 2. For the number 3 spot, that's a tough one.
It's always the number 3.
Yeah.
It's always the number 3.
I think I might go with the Alien RPG, maybe.
Nice, yeah.
As the third spot. Yeah. Could be the One Ring, though.
They're both very good.
Both of them are just really, really good at capturing the essence of the property they're trying to gamify.
Yeah.
But you know what? Maybe I should throw a board game in there instead. Something that I would be more willing to play more often is War of the Ring.
Nice.
Board game.
Nice. Yeah, there's so many to choose from. Like they're all so fun. Like to pick top 3, number 1 for me, and I don't know if we've ever played it right, but every time we do, I enjoy it, and that's Resident Evil 2, the board game.
I'm pretty sure we played it wrong. Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I've had a ball every time we play it. I just think that it does, in many ways, faithfully recreate that Resident Evil experience on a table.
Yeah.
And I think that the tension deck is just an amazing mechanic that I think more board games should use. It's just that moment of turning the card over to see what's going to happen, and being either like, okay, or being like, oh, fuck, now we got to deal with that, and you've no control over it. And it's just like this. It's an AI basically, that's just shuffled up. It's just amazing. So I absolutely love the Resident Evil 2 board game. Veiled Fate.
Oh, very good.
It's very good.
Is fucking incredible, and I love that it's something that is quite nerdy.
Oh yeah,
and yet we've played it with the family, and like everyone has played it, has gotten it, and
no, Mom still doesn't understand how to play. She wins every time.
She wins every time.
She wins every time. She has no idea what she's doing.
But I love that
that's a ruse.
it's sort of an accessible game, even though it's still. And if you want to get nerdy about it, you can get really into it. Like,
and it doesn't go on forever either.
No. So you can just go, like, you're coming over for a game of Veiled Fate, yes, and you play it and you complete it, great. And the third spot for me is going to be one-shot D&D games. So I do.
Yeah, just anything that's we're gonna do it for maybe 2-3 hours.
Yeah, well, no, and I love, and actually Eric's Final Fantasy campaign is fucking amazing, and the mechanics of that are great.
The other one is much bigger. I've done a version 1.0 and it's like fleshed out and like kind of really honed in on a lot of mechanics.
But because time is often an issue, I do love getting together, playing a game, and kind of seeing a completion to a game as well. Like I was part of a D&D campaign before with friends, and we had amazing stories and a great time. We never finished it. It fizzled out, and that's a shame because you put a lot of time into it, and then it never. So, whereas we did a one shot before, or a couple of one shots, and each of those also had great stories to tell and great fun, but they also had a feeling of completion. So I do love one shots, plus you get into them quicker. So yeah, that's my top 3 tabletop games, and that's our top 3s in all those categories. So we're coming to the very end of the final episode, and as one last gaming topic, given that we have been a gaming podcast, what I would like to do is for us to now put together, and maybe we'll do this really quickly, or maybe we'll be arguing about it, I don't know. What should be, we've all shared our individual tops, right? But we have to be, this is about the brothers' take as a whole.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard when people do like your Mount Rushmore of stuff?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Which is 4.
Which is 4 this time. It is 4. Like the 4 symbols here. What would be the brothers' takes Mount Rushmore of video games? What should be on that list?
My favorite games. Should be up there.
well, possibly. So 4 games that maybe would best represent the foundations of us as players. Maybe it's one to represent certain games. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I think an easy one is Skyrim should be on that list.
Oh, okay. Right. Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Or does it need to be like, oh, you can only pick like one per certain genres, or you can only pick
Well,
one?
I was just going to go for like, one per genre. So Skyrim was the RPG.
I wasn't going to do that.
What were you
That's
thinking?
what I was thinking.
So I actually thought the 4th slot was going to be the hardest one to decide. But
turns out the first one is.
the 3 I would have put up there would have been Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy VII, Mass Effect 2. I think that represents all 3 of us.
Mass Effect 2, really?
Is that not like one of your favorite games of all time?
Yeah, I know, but like you putting it forward, it makes sense for me to put it
as the brothers take Mount Rushmore.
Right?
Doesn't it represent?
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah, it represents at least 2 of the 3 brothers.
It does. But does it not also make sense to put an Uncharted up there?
Yeah.
For the brothers takes Mount Rushmore.
This is why I was going to do it by genre. You have RPG, action, adventure.
You couldn't do that though, could you? Like, I mean, Skyrim is fucking great. Skyrim deserves to be there.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
You are arguing.
I was the first one to say Skyrim.
If it's the RPG spot. Yeah, but you know what I mean though? If it's the RPG spot.
I know.
That's an issue, isn't it?
Not necessarily. Just JRPGs. No, I'm joking.
So as a Western RPG?
Well, this is what I'm wondering. Is like we don't have to do it that way. It's like, what way do you do it? I don't know. the games that best represent our podcast, maybe as a whole. If someone was to like, right, if they saw these 4 games, and they'd have a fair idea then as to, oh, these are topics that are probably well covered on the podcast.
Yeah, but Skyrim is well covered.
That's what I mean. Skyrim is a definite.
Well, that'd be Skyrim and Final Fantasy VII. Those are 2 of the most talked about on our podcast.
Oh no! But is it 7 or is it remake?
7.
Yeah, I prefer that.
That sounds right.
That's
because
the
most of the stuff that's in Rebirth is in the original anyway. So it does cover both of those games.
Also, Mount Rushmore. It's like when you look at it, it's like that's inspiring, you know.
Right. So the symbols then on this like mountain that we have here, is it like a dragon and a buster sword or meteor or something? Is that like what's beside it?
What? No,
Like
that's
4
the
fucking...
dragonborn in Cloud's spiky head.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
It's the faces of
the characters. So we got Dragonborn up there. We got Cloud up there. Right. The other 2 spots. Does it make sense that there's an Uncharted?
I do think it makes sense to have an
Where
Uncharted.
the brothers
That's
take,
action
the brothers
adventure.
Drake.
Yeah.
Sony exclusive games being some of the most talked about topics on this podcast. Is it a particular Uncharted, or we just
What's his name? Drake?
just represent the Uncharted series?
4.
4.
Yep.
4.
Uncharted 4. Now the 4th spot.
Easy.
You're like, it has to be Metal Gear.
Has to be Metal Gear. That's crazy not to put Solid Snake on Mount Rushmore.
What do you think?
He's right there.
Well,
He makes a point.
I suppose the other thing that I would point to in that regard,
Yeah.
and I know obviously it is your favorite game. It's one of my favorites. When we did the Brothers Takes top 10 games of all time, and it was an amalgamated list.
Yep.
So it was based on all of our different votes and then brought together.
Right.
Metal Gear Solid did win that and became the Brothers Takes favorite game of all time.
So, in a roundabout long way, you're saying yeah to that?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I guess I am. Well, I'm just wondering, do you disagree though?
No. I don't disagree with Solid Snake being up there. Not at all.
So it'd be Dragonborn, Cloud Strife, Nathan Drake, and Solid Snake.
I think Nathan
the
Drake
brothers
being
takes-
there is only there because of like how we all like began and started and kind of what he represents here. Should he deserve to be actually up there amongst those legends? Don't know that actually, but
Why is he saying that? Why is he saying that?
But-
Sic Parvis Magna.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
Greatness from small beginnings.
Yeah, because I think
That's what it's all about.
because you have your Western RPG of making your own character and exploring a world.
Yes.
Right, that's what Skyrim represents.
Yes.
We had a drinking game about it, but that represents things like Mass Effect. That represents The Witcher. That represents every. Then you have your JRPGs or your RPGs that are kind of like, is this really an RPG? Because I'm not really taking on a role of a character, but you're part of an RPG. It's your Final Fantasy games. It's your Clair Obscur. It's your games that say they're RPGs that you're kind of questioning, is this really an RPG? But it is. Then you have your action adventure games, which according to the Game Awards includes things like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and Alan Wake.
Yeah, they're all up there.
Oh, you've raised a point though. Should there be a horror icon up there, given how much time we have spent talking about horror games as a podcast? No, okay.
No, I think we're happy with the list.
There we go. What does Solid Snake represent then? Just that we fucking love Metal Gear?
Yeah.
The greatness that's the pinnacle of gaming. That's right
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
Pac-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, it is actually. It's Pac-Man.
it is actually. Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's the Mount Rushmore of the Brothers Take. And I think that's going to bring our final episode to a wrap. Any last thoughts or anything anyone wants to say before we say our classic goodbye?
I think we should stop for another hour.
Well, we will.
Well, to round it off, to say thank you for all the conversations. I know we're going to continue our conversations off recording
we're just gonna
anyway.
disappear.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're never going to speak again.
Don't know where they
But,
go when it stops.
I have gifts.
You
As
have
a
gifts?
thank you.
Gifts! Aww!
Yeah.
I didn't bring
What?
anything.
Yeah.
What are you doing to us?
Aww! What the
Small
hell?
gifts. Gift for you.
Oh my goodness, what the hell?
What's going on here? I don't like
We didn't know we were doing gifts.
Gift for
We
you.
didn't get gifts for you.
No, I didn't get gifts.
Sorry for the bags. The bags are shit, but
No.
Yeah.
yeah,
Game on.
Okay.
Nice.
Do we open them? We open them now?
do what you want, really.
On podcast?
Oh, wrapping paper.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well, first of all, hey, these are dragon shields for cards, for card playing games.
Might have something to do with what we're doing later, I think.
Oh, is it?
Maybe for a bit of Magic the Gathering.
Oh my fucking lord! Just for the camera there, it is God of War cards.
The Last of Us. Magic the Gathering.
Fucking hell!
Oh my god! Thank you so much. That's amazing.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
it's an actual deck box because I needed one of this.
Yes, a deck box.
Very good.
Did you get something cool for you? Oh fuck! Should have got you something. Now I feel bad.
It's okay. I've got my own deck.
What did you get? Did you get a cool one?
A while back, I have so these are the Secret Lair collaboration.
I thought these were all done.
Between Magic the Gathering and PlayStation.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different themed ones. So a while back, I have the Ghost of Tsushima one.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So that's the Norse God of War one, and Last of Us Part 1.
Amazing.
Nice.
Thank you so much. That's incredible. Pippin here wants to say goodbye as well because she was actually really annoyed. She was the only guest who's been on the podcast before that was not invited back for the quiz. So sorry, Pip, but yeah, you don't talk, so I don't know how much help you would have been. But yeah, thank you so much, Adam. Thanks everyone for whether you listened to just this one or whether you've listened before, whether you were here since the beginning or you've just come along now. The great thing about podcasts is the recordings will forever be there. It's a time capsule of this time period of our lives. All the great stuff that we enjoyed, all the stuff we talked about. So feel free to forever check them out if you want. Do jump into the comments because we'll still keep an eye on them and we might get back to people on stuff like that. But that is a wrap on us talking weekly about our favorite games and our favorite nerdy things. Thank you so much for checking out the Brothers Take podcast. And as we always say, or as Ellie would say, bye-bye, dudes!